They say that the only bad time to buy property is later. Now, today on your favorite show, My.NA Properties, with your favorite girl, Aina Raiza Kweyo, we visit Leafy Leafys, and we will be chatting up a storm with the owners of that production company to see what they do, how they do it, and what inspires them. Now, that and more coming up on your favorite show. We also have properties news, which I am looking forward to. I am so excited. All you have to do right now is sit back and stay tuned. They say that lipstick is every girl's best friend. And as you can see, Miss Lerica, who is the founder of Leafy Leafys, came prepared. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine, thanks. And yourself
You look
today?
amazing. Your
Thank you very
hair
much.
is giving the lipstick absolutely love. You look
Thank you.
amazing.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Let's talk about the business. When did you start Leafy Leafys, and why was it important to start this business?
So, the first thing,
Yeah.
someone asked us, what are you going to do if you don't have any more weddings? Because we're actually photographers. I'm a photographer and Wynand is a videographer, and our main income is weddings. So then they started asking questions, what are you going to do if there's not any weddings? So think for yourself, there should be weddings because there's weddings every weekend.
I'm guessing this was during the time of COVID.
Exactly. This was before COVID that they asked, roughly 6 months before COVID. So then a seed got planted and I'm like, what am I going to do without income? And, you know, in the future you think about you're going to start a family, you're going to start everything. So I cannot do weddings, or I can do weddings while I'm pregnant, but can I do that much weddings while I'm pregnant? So that was the question. And then I always liked woodwork. I like the thought of woodwork. I like the wooden toys you see on Pinterest, all those classy toys, you know. So then we actually started with it. We got to do some research beforehand. We got into the Montessori principles from how and why and all those kind of questions. And then we ordered a CNC machine. We actually only began to have time when COVID hit us first in that March. I think the land was in lockdown. That was 2021, I think, or
2020.
2020, yes, that was the year. Ooh, time flies. Okay, so, and then me and my husband got to work in our garage, in our complex. The noise was quite rough for the neighbors, but eventually we moved out. But we started building toys. We started creating things that you see only on Pinterest. You don't find it in Namibia. The people even don't know why it's good. How does this benefit my child? So that was the process of starting it, and now we're here.
All right, tell us a little bit more about, you know, the products that you produce. You spoke about toys, but what more is there?
So I actually sold Leafy Leafys. We created timber mines because Leafy Leafys began to expand quite so big that we couldn't even handle it. We started building the toys, and then people ask us, okay, can you create a cutting board for me? Why not? Then the cutting boards for the people. They ask about furniture, they ask about beds, they ask about joinery work. And then in Afrikaans we have a saying, as het papreen moet jy skep. So we skep. and then we the people we got one guy working for us, and he bought another guy the next week, and another guy the next week, and the more work there was, the more work we could have created. So we started with the toys, and then we began with all these other things as the demand grew, and then then the business got too big. I had to import some toys from Germany, from the Netherlands, all these branded toys, because it's impossible for us. We don't have a large factory with enough people to sustain that business. And I started doing the imports, and Yeah, the business became too big for me, and I'm like a one-man show most of the time. Binance is more of the whole company setting.
Yeah.
And then I started with timber mines because that was the main, I think, the main thing the kids need today. Because you ask why these toys? They need to get away from the TV. They need to
Yeah.
feel it. They need to touch it. And what brings them closer than feeling the wood, smelling the different wood? Believe it
Yeah.
or not, wood has a smell, and smell creates the emotional development of the brain.
Oh
A smell
wow.
actually generates that. So a TV doesn't have any smell. A cell phone, a tablet doesn't have any smell. So you ask us, why do these kids have all these emotional outbursts these days? They are not emotionally developed well enough.
Yeah.
And with the woodwork, we can create that. Apart from all the basic stuff like the fine motor skills, we use drills, we use screwdrivers, we use hammers in each session, and they create stuff. So yeah, from there on, it's timber mines. Leafy Life is another person's.
All right. So you spoke about Leafy Leafys being another person's. I understand it's now Leafy Leafys and Key.
Yeah, that was the original name in
That
the
was the
beginning, just
original
to
name.
get a like we wanted to create photo albums for the babies. So it's Leafy Life and Key, meaning everything can be included.
Okay. So what
under
brought
the-
about that change? Why the change? Why the switch to just Leafy Leafys now, without the Key?
You mean timber mines?
Timber mines.
It's timber mines. So I sold Leafy Leafys and Key, and now we're just timber mines. Yeah,
Okay.
because we couldn't keep up with the supply. There's too many children wanting toys that the parents feel the need to get the children away from
Yeah.
the TV. They need this educational stuff. But now I'm going a step further, creating timber mines, meaning they create the toys themselves.
Oh,
Yeah. So we
wow.
give woodwork classes for the children.
And then they can decide what the toy they want to make.
Exactly,
Oh,
exactly.
very
So
nice.
we work in a session, monthly cycles, or around 4 cycles. So 3 of them, I choose the thing they create, and we have all the tools and all the things they need to build it.
Yeah.
And then the 4th one, they can do anything they want. So you need to see how their eyes spark up when I start telling them you can create anything you want.
Miss Lerica, thank you so much for joining us on
It's a
Properties.
pleasure.
I will be bringing my nieces and my nephews
Yes.
here to come and get themselves some choice. Thank you
And
very
it's
much.
important for girls to also do woodwork because we ignite their imagination.
Sure.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Okay, it was a pleasure.
They started by being called Leafy Leafys, and now they go by the name of Timber Mines. Now, here to give us more information on that is Master Venan, who is the manager of Timber Mines. How are you?
Very good. How are you?
I am fantastic. Now, I understand you enjoy doing woodwork and craft work. Is that so?
Yes, that is very much so. We really love working with wood.
Yeah.
So I was employed by my wife as a videographer. So I really wanted to work.
So you started from the tripod to
Yes,
the wood.
exactly. So I really wanted to get away from the whole office setting, as
Yeah.
I never worked in an office before in my life. And I told her, let's get into wood, because this was one of my big dreams from childhood, and I really wanted to get into that. So yeah, and here we are.
I love that you followed your childhood dream and it materialized, and you are now living that dream. But tell us about the process of, creating anything from wood.
Okay, so We have very limited wood in Namibia. So first of all, unfortunately, you have to bring the client's expectations a bit down.
Yeah.
Because we are limited to pine wood, kiat wood, or our favorite, the one that we're working with, is prosopis. It's an invasive species, so we try to eradicate the invasive species instead of using our prized wood from the north. So first of all, we get to the client's house. The client sends us a picture, shows us, okay, listen, I want my child's bedroom to look like this beautiful Pinterest photo. And we say, okay, so what's your budget? Ma'am, what's your budget? Let's start from that.
Yeah.
And we get the whole plan worked out in our heads, in their heads. And from there on, we bring it back and we draw up the 3D sketches. And as soon as the client approves that, then we start building. We get the raw materials from the guys. We get some of our wood from Brakwater. We get some of our wood here from the guys next to the street, or we supply from one of the local hardware shops, or sometimes if we have a fancy client, we import it from South Africa. And yeah, then assembly starts and we start getting to work. So sometimes there's a bit of metal involved. We have a welder that comes in and we do all our metal frames. We get the wood finished up, and we clean it up and we assemble, and
then you deliver.
And we deliver it at the client's house, and the client is happy 99.99% of the time.
I love it. You're making other people's dreams come true while you're making your own dreams come true. Absolutely amazing. Now, you spoke about being employed by your wife.
Yes.
But now you're also employing other people. You spoke about hiring a welder. How does that make you feel?
Well, as we started the whole business just in the first wave of COVID. So I started out alone. I had a semi-automatic machine, a CNC machine that helped me a bit. So through a lot of error and a little bit of trial, we actually managed to get the toys into the market, and everything started working. And I saw, okay, listen, you know this much, your machine knows this much, but you need somebody with a bit of broader experience in the field, since I'm willing, but I don't have the necessary experience.
You don't have the expertise.
Yes. So we employed Benzi, that is a professional woodworker. He spent time in England and worked there as well. So we employed him. He brought his one friend, and the business expanded up until 4 people. And we actually did the maths the other day. We are feeding 25 people directly every day. So, and that is besides the companies that we support, that from grassroots levels to up until a corporate level, where you are paying somebody for processed goods, that you are helping them supply their employees with paychecks at the end of the day. So directly 25 people, and I think really quite a lot more indirectly by supporting businesses. I mean, we support businesses that are single man owned, and they go into the woods and they go chop invasive species, and they make sure everything gets done according to plan, and they also support 4 or 5 people each. So indirectly, I think we are doing a great job, and it gives you a sense of shared prosperity, if I may use the word. And you know, our president always speaks of Harambee and all that. So sometimes you really feel like you are finally helping the greater economy. Even though the economy is down the tank and slowly rising, we are trying to help it up again.
You're playing your part.
Yes.
Congratulations. I love that. That is very impactful. Continue following that path. Now, finally, I want to ask you, what plans do you have for Timber Minds going forward?
So first of all, most of our tools are almost to say hobby based.
Okay.
So we are not at an industrial level firstly with our tools. So the plan for this year is finally going down on our knees at the bank and asking for a proper loan so that we can redesign our entire workshop and create an industrial scaled business. Obviously, this is going to take baby steps, but we
industrial
are going to
standard.
Yes. So, and to be able to compete with companies on a national level, like your bigger joinery companies and your big furniture companies, because everybody wants to buy a nice piece of furniture. Everyone wants to buy a piece of furniture that they are proud of, that they can actually display in their house, that they're not scared if their friend goes sits on it, then it's going to break. So we are trying to supply that, and at a reasonable cost, because furniture is unaffordable in a way.
Yeah.
So that is our biggest dream. And if we can expand our business and bring more employees into the business and supply more families with food at the end of the day, then we'll be happy.
All right. You will definitely be able to expand with the rate that you are working at now, how you're going, how your dream and your vision is so big. It's only a matter of time, and then it can materialize. Thank you very much for joining us on Properties.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Neo Paints has established a 67-year Namibian legacy, creating personalized paint solutions that blend quality and innovation for the Namibian people. We pride ourselves in being a 100% Namibian-owned company, investing in our country and our people by employing and empowering true Namibians. With every brushstroke, Neo Paints commits to our quality guarantee and always delivering a coat of excellence. At Neo Paints, we always stay true to our country. We are as Namibian as you.
Neo Paints was founded and established by Hubert Hesse in 1953, making it the largest and oldest paint manufacturer in Namibia. Hesse wanted to make Namibian paint for Namibian conditions and opened the first Neo Paints head office in Windhoek. And up till recently, our headquarters and manufacturing site were located in Bell Street, Southern Industrial. For over 68 years, Neo Paints has created a Namibian legacy of creating personalized paint solutions that blend quality and innovation to bring beauty to the harshest environments. We pride ourselves on being a 100% Namibian-owned company and experience utmost gratification to invest in our country and our people. Neo Paints has recently invested in the construction of a new production facility on a 26,000 square meter site in Windhoek. Phase 1 was completed in April 2021, and the second phase was completed in February 2022. This development offers our company the potential to increase production capacity and increase the potential to expand the workforce through a wider distribution footprint into Southern Africa. This new, larger factory lends itself to more state-of-the-art production processes, new innovative product development, and better customer service. Our products are specifically formulated for the harsh Namibian environment by our own paint chemists, which give our company the competitive edge in the Namibian paint market. Neo Paints, a coat of excellence.
Good day, Risa. Hello,
Hi,
welcome,
Nami.
welcome once again.
Thank you.
Great to see you. How's
Good.
your baby?
She's doing great. She's very busy, but she's doing well. Thank you.
Wonderful. Risa, the topics that I want to touch on today is where can your clients find your agreements, and where do you have branches?
Yes, well, that's a good question. We've got branches all over the country. Our main branch is situated here in Windhoek, where we've got 6 conveyancers. And then we've got branches in Grootfontein, Ongwediva, the coast in Swakopmund and Walvis Bay. So we've got practically everywhere. Our northern branch is doing very well. They are handling most of the town council work up in the north. So we're very well located there because it's difficult to travel to the north and to Windhoek to sign documents.
Oshakati or where is it?
Ongwediva. Yes, in the Ongwediva mall. So easy accessible. We've got a proper conveyancer there and yes, so we've got branches all over the country, and you're welcome to visit any of them. They are the one is as good as the others. Yes, and then regarding our agreements, we've got our agreements actually online for clients to tap on and download, just to make it easier and not to have to wait for your conveyancer, because sometimes you might be busy and you don't have the capacity to draft agreement right away. So we've got it easily available to anyone. You can simply go onto our website or our app and you will find a tab there that says agreements, and there's even, I think, a rental agreement which you can download. So you can go on there, download a document which you can fill out with the other party, or bring it in and say, please help me fill out my document, but I've already printed an agreement. So, and there's agreements of every sort, of one for a sectional title, one for your normal residential property, and for sale of members' interest. So you will be able to find any agreement which you are looking for simply on our website or by downloading it from our app. So it's really accessible to everyone. It shouldn't be a daunting thing to get an agreement. We've got agreements, you know, lined up in the Walton's shops even. So if you not access to the internet, then run into your nearest Walton's, ask them, you know, we're looking for a sales agreement and we've got the Veracauta copy there, and they will show you with a complimentary coffee sticker.
Yeah.
So if you do buy one of our agreements in the Walton's offices, then you can come get the coffee at our office.
Oh, you got the best coffee in your office.
Yes, we do. So even if you're not selling your property, come and grab a copy with your fake Walton's copy.
Yeah. Wow, wow, wow. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So yes, if you need good advice, please give Risa a
Give us a
tinkle.
call. Thank you.
Because you're definitely going to be in good hands then.
Thank you,
Risa,
Naomi.
thank you once again for coming in
Thank you,
on this
Naomi.
Tuesday. We appreciate it.
I'll see you next week.
Absolutely.
Let's get into some properties news. When buying, selling, or renting a home, safety measures are very important. You might be excited about starting a new chapter of owning or renting out your property, but criminals are on high alert to take advantage of any opportunity that comes their way. Now, in our second story, we take a look at the difference between a home buyer and a property investor. Remember to catch us again, same time, same place next week. But for now, that is all the time we had for you on your favorite show. My name is Aina Raisa Koyo. Please remember, properties is more than just a building.